What's going on, everybody? I'm Drawing Chaos, and welcome back to another episode of Satisfactory, where everything's made up and the throughput does not matter. I'm just kidding, the throughput matters so much, and we have quite a lot that still needs to be done. But we're currently working on the endgame build over in the Red Forest, and on the last episode, we were able to get trains up and running, bringing in 50,000 ore per minute. So if you're excited about that, you're excited to see this all up and running, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. But I'm telling you right now, with this Project Karoth that I got going on here, things are going amazingly. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so on the last episode we got trains. Lots and lots of trains. And I've been trying to put them through and kind of get the throughputs a little bit better. But if we look at the timetable, I have now started labeling them. So as you can see, I have a set of copper, a set of gold, iron, quartz, silver, and stone. This is not exactly what they're bringing in, but hey, it's a good way to name them for I know which train ports they're actually going to. So that's all set up, and something... Wait, hold on. Maybe that's because I just started up the game. Maybe that'll just kind of flush itself out, but who knows. I turned off this and then started turning it back on to see if we can start maintaining the 1,200 per minute that it supposedly says is accurate. Because unfortunately, if my throughput is not 1,200, I need to figure out something else, because trains, as great as they are, the throughput seems to be our biggest issue. Check this out. This says it brings in like 1,100. Before it said like 1,500 or whatnot, but it's saying 1,100. Okay, so maybe that's accurate. We're gonna see. And then I think, what's this one? Yeah, 1,000. So maybe this will actually... Oh, wait, this is getting a train, so it's not going through. Switch to the next one. Yeah, this says like 1,800, so it's like some of these are saying that they're going great, and some of them are kind of like lying to me. 1,000. This thing's already empty. That can't be good. So I might have to up it. Ooh, less than 1,000. That's not good. But good news, everybody. I was able to get a couple more lines that I did not have before. I mentioned this in the last episode. I need a little bit more copper and a little bit more quartz. We had a couple quartz over here. And if I look on the map, you can't tell what the hell is here. What the hell is going on? That's crazy. Oh wait, where am I? I'm right here. Yeah. And then I was able to get these 3 copper over here, and then this copper over here, giving us 2 pure lines of copper, which is nice. So that should give us everything we need to start going up and running. The real question is, where are we building this, and what are we building? What's the plan? So we are back in Satisfactory Modeler, and this is essentially the plan. So I deleted everything that was building up my ingots. So as we can see, for example, the steel one. The steel one used to come over here, and it used to be the coke steel ingots. But instead of doing that, I'm doing something different. I'm looking up here on the side, and it tells me I need 2,500 steel ingots. Okay, so if I go to steel, and steel ingots, solid coke steel ingots, we need coke steel ingots. All right, and then I can just type in 2,500. Easy peasy. And then it tells me exactly what I need. 1,875 petroleum coke with 1,875 iron. Wait a minute. So it's 246852. Wait. So if it was 24, we'll say 70. Oh, I was kind of hoping it would only go to 1,800, but I think that's probably like 2,400 if I had to guess. And yep, if I had 24, oh, that would have been perfect numbers. Where is the excess? Okay, this only takes 200. I mean, if I switch this up to just iron, I have extra iron. Wait, how much of this do I need? I am making, 75 steel beams. So let's say steel Oh, steel. No, steel beams, steel beams, steel beams. Steel beams or oh, modded beams. Oh, aluminum beams. Wait a minute. How many did I need? 75? So if I needed 75, that would be 75 aluminum. And according to this, I need 3,935 aluminum. But I forgot. How much aluminum am I making per minute? It was 1,200, 1,200, 1,200. So that's 36. 36 plus 450, 36 plus 450. So 4050 minus 75 would be 3,975. And according to this, 3,935. Oh my God, I can do it. Which means this little guy can go bye-bye. And I can make this, and now this will take about 1,000 years for it to update. When you're being so complex and you tie everything together, it takes a while. But if you do these little one-offs, these one-offs will stay like just fine. So like I know I need 2,400 aluminum or steel ingots. So if I did that separately, perfect. Now, if you remember from a previous episode, we are currently making 4,800 petroleum coke per minute. So if I take away 1,800, that'll still leave us 3,000 petroleum coke, which is quite a lot, which we're gonna need for, here, let's go up here, and then I can, actually, let me grab you. Come on, little guy, boom. Away. So we're currently using this, so even if I up this to maximum velocity, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Oh, I don't like that. Wait, what if I did 2, 4, oh, there we go. So basically, I would need 10 of these. Now, there is something else that uses petroleum coke. This is that one. What is it? This is the copper ingots, which can go all the way up to 150, which uses 100 petroleum coke. So if I have 3,000, I can do 30 of these. So 30 times, what is it? 150 per minute, right? 150. That'll get us 4,500. Wait, okay, it makes 3,000. So yeah, that'd be 30 of these. So 30 times 150. That's 4,500. Oh, that's just a drop in the bucket for the amount of copper I need. I need about 27,000 copper ingots. So yeah. All right, so our first real question is, where do we start building all these smelters, foundries, and all that stuff? I'm thinking we can start right here above the train station because we have everything coming in here, which means I got to get rid of all these awesome sinks, hope for the best, and see if the production rates of everything actually stays quite nicely. But I believe in myself. I believe. So why don't I get rid of all this and start building? All right, so I did a little bit of reworking to get all this petroleum coke to come up here, and check it out. 24 of them. Although I needed to be only making 10 of them, I just brought it down to 80, so I underclocked it. So that will get me 60 and 60 on each one of them, which is so nice because what you can do is you can make these Mark 1s. And because they're Mark 1s, it makes the load balancing so much easier. Because all of it does is just go over here and only take 60 off the belt and 60 off the belt, and the rest goes through. So this will not get overfilled with extra product until it starts backing up. So it'll be on point until it starts filling up, and then it'll start backing up, and then everything will be Gucci. And the nice part about this is I have 2 perfect Mark 6 lines, which means, yep, that is right, 2,400 steel per minute. Now I got the rest of the petroleum coke over here. So the next setup has got to be our beautiful, what is it, copper. Now this one is going to be interesting. What did I have it? So... let's see, is it like this? I feel like it's this. Yeah, okay. So now let's switch this recipe up to this one over here, which makes 48 per minute. Or what if it was, it's an 8 to 12, 40, it's not gonna be 44, 40? So if I made 40 per minute, no, so 12, 42, 28, 44, 45, 45, 45, 40, 45, 45. Okay, sure, why not? So that would take away 30 petroleum coke, which this one takes away 60. So let's see, so that would be 30 times 24, 720. Really? Is it? It's not 24. Hold on, did I mess this up again? Oh, it's 30. I have 30 of them in a row. Durr. Math is hard. So that'd be 30 times 30, which would be 900 per line. So if this is taking 1800, all right, and we have 4800, then we would just have 4800, and then the first one would be 1800, and then 900, 900, 900, and then we would have 300 left. But if I can get these to 1200, that would be so much better. So how do I get this to 1200? Wait. 1200 divided by 30. It needs 40 per. Wait, so that means if I have this 100%, that means if I have this 100%, that is 40 times 30, which would mean 1200, 1200, and 1200, which would be those three. That's not right. Something's not right here. That's not right, because if I had 4800, and then if I take away the 1800, that should give me 3000. If I take 900, then 900, then why? I feel like my brain is broken. Why does my brain not work? So that would mean that 2 rows would have to be at 30, and then 1 row would have to be at 40. And then that would be copper, that would be copper, that would be copper. So that would be 900, 900, and 1200. And then I still have 2 more rows. And in that last row, I need to make myself some iron alloy ingots. Or I can make this ingot. Ha! But that means more limestone. Wait, this is a limestone one? I do have a lot of limestone coming in. Hold on. Check the plan. How much actual ingots? Is it only like, is it really only the 400? Iron ingots 400. Okay, so this 40472 is literally all the iron ingots I need. Isn't that nuts? That's crazy. Because if I had it with steel, I get a lot of iron plates. Wait, but that means if I make a little section making iron ingots, and then I can make another section up here that'll just make the plates, and I'll have the plates being made. And then, oh, and then I can make one that's making this, but I still need an area that's, okay. I got it. I'm working on this. Let me just do the copper stuff, and we'll start on the copper right now. All right, that means all the petroleum coke has now been hooked up and is making me ingots. So we got 1200, and then we got 675 times 4. Wait, what is 675 times 4? 675 times 4. 2700, and then 900 and 900. Now I got 2 more areas over here for the next step. All right, so a couple of these. So that needs about 30 of those. Oh yeah, that's right. Ingots, I need about 400 of those. Okay, and then this one needs about 37. So we got 37 we need, then 26, and we need about 5 of them. I think these 3 would probably be enough for the last 2 sections. All right, the forge is finally taking shape. I have brought down, what do we call that? The steel ingots, put them underneath, and brought them past to this ending part over here, because that's where we're gonna need them. This one is making me iron plates at 60 per minute per foundry, which means a group of 10, group of 20, which is a ton of plates. Now in the back, that is making the ingots for that. Let me just scoot down underneath and you can see it here. I have the copper from this one over here just basically splitting off. It's not a lot of copper needed. as well as iron coming down from over here, which I don't need as much iron, which is why I put the splitter over here, because later I'll be taking some away from here. All right, and then the other one is just coming down from the ground, going through here, yada, yada, yada. And the steel, whee. And then the steel is just coming down over here, coming over and into the system. Then this one is coming over here, and it's going down, and it's going through all these on the top. At one point, it does split off. This one kind of goes over here, and it merges in the rest of the steel ingots. Because what we're making over here is steel pipe, which is 63 ingots per minute plus 37.8 concrete. Which means if I take 63 and times it by 30, I need 1,890, and I don't have a belt that can hold that much. Which means I got a little bit extra being filtered into the system, and bam, that'll take care of all my steel ever needed. Now I just need to work on the concrete, because other than that, that's the only other thing that I need for this system to work. But here's the skinny. These are not all the foundries that I need. I need more. Because there is one more recipe that's going to be made in the foundries. And it's a concrete recipe, or not concrete, it's a copper recipe. It's the regular copper alloy, which is copper ore and iron ore. And if I shove a bunch of things in there, 250 copper ingots per minute. Which is quite a hefty feat, considering you need about 27,000. Ugh. The other question is, what height do I put it? Because I'm kind of thinking to going up to this high. Which, what are we at? That'll get me 3 in the middle right there. And, I mean... because if I put the other one down, it doesn't give me much. Oh, it gives me no room. If I do 3, it'll go all the way up to this height over here, which will be perfect. So that's where I'm going to go. I'm going to go up and do another level, and then I can build way more foundries. And that'll take care of all the rest of the foundries that I need. So, because that's boring as hell to watch me rebuild a bunch of foundries I already built, I am going to skip it until I'm done. Okay, I gotta say, the forge is actually coming together. Look at this. Oh, that is a lot of copper. So each grouping right here makes 1,200, which means 1,200 times 3 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, math, don't fail me now. 1,200 times 3. And times 6, 21,600. But guess what? We still need more. This is not enough. This is not enough. Oh, and I still have lines down here of other stuff that I still need. Where are we going? So we still got quartz down here. We still got, I think, oh yeah, some limestone. So we got that. Also over here, I still have 2 iron nodes to go over with the 2 copper nodes that I have underneath that I brought in, that I showed you at the beginning of the video. So we do have enough to make 2 more sets of these where I could put them somewhere, but that's not the point. But the next thing I'm going to need is limestone, and we're using a very good recipe for this one. Why am I even grabbing this? I'm going to have to go into production and refinery. So when it comes to my lovely concrete, I'm going to use the wet concrete recipe, because this takes 120 limestone, turning it into 80 concrete. And if we up it to the max, that is 300. So that means for every 4 refineries, we have a full line of limestone. But that also means for every 4 refineries, that's 1,000 water. All right, let's look at the Satisfactory modeler and see how much concrete I need. 3,062. Really? And how much concrete am I making over here? What do we have? 720 times 3. So 720 times 3. So we have 2,000 being made over here. 2,160. And I need 3,000. What did I need all that other lime? Oh, I know what I needed all that limestone for. It was originally for silica, but silica went bye-bye. So I didn't need as much limestone as I thought. Oh, well, that is just perfect. Ooh, that means I could switch out some of those limestone ones for different things. Hell yeah. That'll actually work out better because I have a wonderful idea. I'm going to need some water because I need some water for this one as well as another one. Maybe I turn one of those trains into a water transport. Wouldn't that be fun? All right, so give me a hot minute. Let me check my notes and figure out exactly how much concrete I really need for the rest of this project and get this up and running properly. Hey, I can see my factory from here. Whee! Hello, look at this. All right, over here, I found a nice little lake and I decided to grab myself some water. All the water I could possibly need. Well, at least 6 pipes full of water, which is great because now I have infrastructure in case I need to expand on this. We'll switch over here and we'll fly our way up. So we have 1 set, 2 set, 3 set, 4 set, and 5 sets of pumps to get us all the way up here, and then it goes through the wall. Why does it go through the wall? Because it just looks better that way. And then, of course, I have it coming out of the wall and coming down this way. Connected, connected, connected. And we have another set of pumps. And these are the ones that I was surprised at, because for some reason, these pumps right here can actually send the water all the way up this high, which I was actually really concerned about. I thought I was gonna have to put another one like right here or something, but at last it works. And each one of these is producing 160 concrete per minute. Good old concrete. Now it only takes 240 limestone per minute, and I built these in groups of 3, and the reason for that was I leveled it off for the water. 200 per minute. Because the nice thing about having 200 per minute is you have one 600 line going down. I also set it up so that the overstock of the limestone gets merged together and comes down, so I have 3 lovely lines. Now that's, of course, each one is 480 plus 480, so each one's 960, but that'll be all right because of what we need that limestone for, which is, give me you, little buddy, assembler. I'm planning on making some sheep silica, which needs raw quartz and limestone, so that'll be good. Now, I also got the 2 lines of concrete going over here, but I hear you saying, isn't that gonna make more than 2 lines of concrete? And you're absolutely right. The concrete, well, most of it's being used in another location. It's actually coming over here and it's getting slided all the way down to a full 1200 line, or close to it. Coming over here, going across the top, down, over, and bam! Into here. Now I put a smart spiller on here for a specific reason later on, but for right now, it's just gonna stay. And this right here is making me some steel pipes. Hell yeah! At 63 per minute. And of course, 63 times 30 gives us 1,890. Divide that by 2. That means 2 lines of 945 steel pipes per minute. Hell yeah. That is awesome, because all that's going to come right down here and be used for, well, the next part of the project. But as you can see from here, we have a ton of copper ingots, we got our steel ingots, we got our iron plates, and now we have some steel pipes. Everything we could possibly want. Why is the concrete not coming all the way down here? What the hell? What did I mess up? Come on. Oh, it is taking a minute for it to get all the way down. Neat. Oh well. It'll get down there eventually. But we need to start working on the next phase of what was I gonna call this? The Foundry? Yeah, something like that. The next phase. And the next phase of our project involves building us some silica, as well as, if I go back into said refinery, I need to build myself some, quartz crystals. Now, this is going to take more water. There is another option. I can build, was it you over here? I can build the regular one because I made some mistake and brought in a bunch of quartz that I didn't really need. So I could do that. I might want to do that. I'm probably going to do that. Let me check my notes. All right. So where is... Oh. So quartz crystals, I need 1,584. So quartz crystals, where are you at? Regular. Oh, there's a fused one. What's fused have? Gold. No. No. We're gonna just do the regular one. And what did we say? 1,584. Oh, 1,584 means I need 2,640, which is over two pure lines. And then this one right here is making me 539 silica. So what if I did the regular silica and just did 539? That would be 300. So I would only need about 3,000 quartz. How much quartz do I have coming in? Oh, shoot. Like 5 lines? 5.5? No, 6.5. No, 5.5? 5.5 lines. 5.5 lines. Yeah, so why don't we just take this one and say, bye-bye, screw that noise. Take this silica and go, bye-bye. And just change them up with these two. All right, right like so. And then, of course, in a hot minute, I'll connect the lines over and we'll be fine. All right, goodbye, big guy. Now let me see how I can figure out how to make a bunch of these. Maybe I use this room area over here. I don't know. Do we go another layer up? I think we go another layer up. All right, temporary destruction is underway. Time to test out the system. And I think we have some issues. Aw, dang it. That's supposed to be a full line going through, but you know, it is what it is. The rest of it seems to be going all right, so that's good. Just a few of them that are not running so well. What's your problem? Oh, iron ore. Ugh, that's not good. And then this one down here is having, yep, the same problem. What are the odds? But it's okay. Let's see, 700. Oh, this was getting close. It's having issues. Now, some of these are doing really good. This is supposed to be 945, and it's pretty much up to 900, so that's good. 608. All right, right around there. 900. That's not good. 648, 675, 651, 675. 562. Oh, I forgot to write that down. And 910. But that is also 670 from here too. So it will be a little bit of fine tuning just to make sure that all of this is actually running properly. But I think my biggest issue is going to be the trains. Let's go down there and take a look. Ah, yes, I do have all this lovely concrete being processed as well, just to make sure all the limestone's working. But as you can see, we're already having a problem here. It's not even bringing in a full 1,000. It is no bueno. So I'm going to have to fix the problems with the trains. I know, they look so cool, they're so awesome, but you know, if we're gonna have issues with them, well, they're gonna have to go. I think I figured out mostly what the problem is. If we check this one out, these two are running just fine, because these two, if I look at the train station or timetable, these two are based out of where is it? These two stops that are over here. So it can get to these two stops just fine, but when it gets really far away and really far away, that's when we have the issues. So either I have to add in extra trains or figure something else out. But for those complaining about the throughput and how the trains are coming in, I gotta say, I don't have a bunch of trains backing up here. So, I mean, I can always add in an extra train and see if that helps. What's the worst that could happen, right? But alas, that's gonna be it for me today. I say we made a lot of progress and it looking pretty good, ready to go. And with this, oh, I forgot to do the final tally. So we have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That's 20 lines up there. 21, 22. So we're supposed to have at least 22 lines. So 22 times 1200, which is 26,000 plus 675 times 4 will give us, oh, 31,000. So 31,000 is way more than enough, because if I look at the modeler, I only need 27,000, which means all this copper will be able to back up just fine. So actually, that'll be quite good. I am happy with that, because we'll be turning all that copper into this little guy right here. I need 20,000 just for the copper powder. 3,200 copper powder per minute. But like I said, that's going to be on the next episode, because we got the forge up and running, and I'm happy with our progress. So like I said, if you like what's going on, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. But I will see everybody in the next video, where we're going to have a ton of fun. Whee! Peace!